What's up, y'all? It's me, Kels, and thank you for watching Josh and Kels Food, Family, and Fun. Today, we have 5 tips for first-time cruisers. So if you're getting ready to go on a cruise and this is your first time, we got 5 tips just for you. Josh and I are getting ready to take a cruise, and we are taking some first-time cruisers with us. So we were having a conversation the other night, and a lot of questions were being asked about what should I do when I get ready to go on this cruise. So I just thought about it. I said, hey, why don't I just make a video for it? So here it goes. I got my little paper right here. I took all my notes. So let's get started, okay? First things first. If y'all like my videos, please go ahead on and hit subscribe and make sure you share it to all your friends so that way they can get all the information they need to be a first-time cruiser. So you already booked your cruise and now you're trying to find out if there's anything else you need to do. Well, yeah, there's a lot of things you need to do. And I'm here to tell you what you need to do. So relax. This is going to be good. So the first things first. Book your restaurants ahead, okay? Book your restaurants before you get on the ship. Now, there are some places that give you complimentary dining and you don't have to pay anything, but there are some specialty restaurants on the ship that you're going on. No matter what ship you're going on, there are some specialty dining restaurants or whatever you want to call it that are on the ship. So book those ahead of time. Now, myself, I do Carnival a lot, and I like to book my Banzai Teriyaki. I like to book my Steakhouse Fahrenheit 555. I like to book that in advance. And now my absolute favorite, Rudy's Sea Grill. I book all of that ahead of time, so when I get on the boat, my days are already picked. I've already scheduled my dining for Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. I already know where I'm going to eat it, y'all. And I like the specialty dining because the food is top notch to me. And that's what I like. Y'all know I like to cook and I like good food. So that's where I'm headed. Now, there are some other places, again, that you can eat and don't have to pay a thing. And that's fine too. So you just make your choice or decide on where you want to eat at before you go. There's a lot of research you can do, just like this video right here on YouTube. You can YouTube your actual ship so that way you can see where you're eating. And don't forget, if you're going on Carnival ship, please eat you something at the Seafood Shack because it is off the chain. Okay, so that's the first thing I do. I book all of my specialty dinings. Okay, all right, so that's number 1. Okay, y'all, so number 2, if you are like me and you like to go online when you get on the boat, if you like to get on the internet when you get on a boat, number 2 is purchase your internet plan. Now, I always do the premium plan because not only am I going on to post on my social media platforms, my Facebook, my Instagram, my TikTok, my YouTube. Not only am I posting on there, I have to do Zoom meetings from Monday to Saturday. So every single day of the week, well, almost, except for Sunday, I'm in Zoom meetings. So I use my internet for my Zoom meetings and posting because y'all know I have to show people where I'm at, what I'm doing, show everybody that we're having a good time. And I know there are some of you people out there who just love to post like me, and the internet plan is the perfect thing. So go ahead on and book your internet plan. Now, the prices vary depending on what ship you're on. And also, if you're getting a premium plan versus just a regular basic plan. So you get the plan for your need, okay? Whatever needs you're having. Now, some of the ships you get on, the internet is very slow. But you can get by with a premium plan, and it works pretty good. You can get through with your Zoom meeting. As far as downloading movies or anything like that, not gonna be able to do it. Not gonna be able to do it. But who want to look at a movie on a cruise anyway? Not me. So most of my work I can get done, but that's just about it. Okay. Now Josh, he do not get on the internet at all. Not really. But he may post one or two things. But other than Josh, he on vacation. He ain't trying to get online. So we purchased one plan, just one. And when I'm done with it, I switch it from my phone to his phone, or from my device to his device. We take one laptop and we take our phones, and we may take an iPad. So we just switch it from device to whatever device we're using, we switch it to that. So number 2 is get your internet, okay? On Carnival, I think ours was like $117 for the platinum plan for a 7-day cruise, and maybe more now. We'll see. We got a cruise coming up, so it may be more now. So we'll see. But check all of that online at carnival.com. I'm not sponsored by Carnival. I'm just telling y'all where to go on this particular cruise line, because that's the cruise line we go on, and that's the one we love, okay? But you can book all of that online at carnival.com, okay? Number 3, what are you going to do when you get to the island? The island. What are you going to do, y'all? What are you going to do? Plan your excursions ahead of time. That's what you're going to do. You're going to plan your excursions before you get on the ship. Now, don't y'all wait till y'all get on that ship and then go to that excursion desk to try to plan y'all excursions. You know why? Because they're going to be gone. They are going to be gone. You hear me? All the good ones anyway. Y'all make sure that y'all plan y'all excursions before you go. Go ahead on and go on to carnival.com and book them. I would book my excursions before I book my dining, because I want to make sure I get the good ones, okay? So y'all make sure, go ahead and plan your excursion out. Plan what do you want to do, on what island you want to do it on, and go ahead and book them. Now, you can't wait till you get on the ship and go to the excursion desk and try to get you an excursion. And there will be some left, but more than likely, it's not going to be the ones that you want. Well, I don't know. You might get lucky. Or you can also wait till you get to the island, and there are people standing outside when you get off the ship, and they're holding up signs, and they're, taking people on excursions. For me, not me. I only take my excursions with the cruise ship or the cruise line that I'm going on. That's the only way I do my excursions. For safety reasons for me. 2, I have a disabled daughter, and I have to make sure she is safe as well as my family. And I have trust issues. So I prefer to go with whatever cruise line that I'm going with, unless I book somebody that I'm really, really, really familiar with, and that I've already gone with them before, and I know that they are trustworthy, okay? But either way you go, make sure you try to do that before you go on a cruise. So now you got your internet package, you got that already booked up, you got your dining, you got that already booked up, and now you got your excursions already booked up, okay? Got it all booked up, and you got it all paid for, right? Okay, on to the next one. The next thing you're going to want to do is you are going to plan your stay before you get on the boat. Now, I'm just going to tell y'all, do not drive down, fly down, ride down, hover down, any kind of down the day of your cruise. Y'all hear me? Do not try to get to that boat the day of your cruise. You know why? You should always pregame the day before. You have to do that, y'all. I don't understand. Some people get lucky and they, everything runs smooth for them. But a lot or most times something happens. You hear me? So you're going to want to pregame the day before your cruise. Not only that, if you pre-games, I got several reasons why you should pregame early. One, avoid flight delays. You get ready to go on your cruise. You get up the morning of your cruise. You get on a plane or get to the airport, and guess what? Your plane delayed. So now you may not get there on time. Then you get delayed, and here it is. Your boat is about to leave, and you still sitting in the airport. So don't. That's a no-no. That is a no-no. You hear me? The second thing is you try to drive down the day before. If you're kind of close like we are, we drive down to Florida, but we still drive down a day ahead because you don't know what's going to happen. You don't know about the traffic. You don't know if you may have an accident. You don't know your car might mess up on you. I mean, it may be the time of the year where they're having Daytona week, spring break, bike fest. You don't know what's going to happen. You better safe than sorry. So go ahead on and pregame the day before. I go to GoPort.com, and they are not sponsoring me. By no means are they sponsoring me. This is just something that I do. I go to GoPort.com. I reserve my room, my hotel stay, and I reserve my transport to and from the cruise ship, okay? And that's if I'm driving down to Florida or anywhere that I can drive to. If I fly, I still reserve my transport from the airport to the cruise port, okay? But I go to GoPort.com. It is so easy to do. I go online, reserve them both. I get to the hotel. I stay at the hotel overnight, or me and my family, me and my baby, and my kids. We stay overnight, and then we go park the car at GoPort. They transport us to the ship. And then when we get off the ship, it's 7 days, 9 days, how many days later, they come to the port. They are always on time. You hear me? When I say on time, they are always on time. They pick us up, transport us back to our car. Easy breezy, no problems. Everything is smooth. So remember, pregame. Get to that location the day before, because you never know what's gonna happen, okay? And you don't want to be tired the day of the cruise. Josh and I have been on 3 cruises where even though we pregame, we still stayed up all night, but we got to the cruise ship, and guess what? We missed the sail away party. We slept through it. We ate so much, and to be honest with you, we ate and we slept through it. But at the same time, you don't want to drive down or, catch a flight down and have to go through a lot of drama. And when you get to the cruise port and have to go through all that and get to the cruise, and then it's time to party and you too tired. So you go take a nap, and guess what? You missed the sail away party. That was us on 3 cruises, okay? So what did I say? Pre-game the day before. Make sure you get there early, rest up, and get ready to party, okay? Now, number 5, last but not least, make sure you have all your documents before you leave home. And make sure when you get to that port, you have all your documents available, okay? Documents meaning birth certificate if you're traveling with your birth certificate, identification for sure, your ID, driver's license, ID, passports if you're traveling with your passport. Now, on a cruise ship, if you are porting at the same location, if you're leaving and coming back to the same location, you can use your birth certificate. You hear me? You can use your birth certificate. It's not recommended because if something happened in another country, guess what? You don't have your passport. You can't fly home. You can't do any of that. You have to go to the embassy, and you have to figure that out from there. But a lot of people still cruise with their birth certificate. So if you're cruising with your birth certificate, make sure you have that handy, and available. Make sure you have your passports, your driver's license. Make sure you have all of that stuff available. And I package all of my documents up into one package, and I make sure that, I keep them in that one package. When I get on the cruise ship, there's a safe available, for me. I just pop it in that safe, and I just pull it out when I need it. You hear me? And then you just make sure you when you leave, you take all your stuff with you, okay? Because somebody else will be using your stuff in another country. So you make sure that you have all your documents available. I double check before I leave. I double check before I walk out the door. I double check when I get in the car. I double check because I don't want to get to the port and then I can't get on the ship. Now, I'm going to be really mad if I can't get on that boat. So I always double check to make sure I have all of my documents available. Now, one of my pet peeves is people get all the way to the port and then they have to sit on the floor and dig through their bags to find all of their documentation. Oh my God. I mean, common courtesy is just not so common anymore. Y'all get that stuff ready before you get to the port, okay? Make it just a smooth process for yourself and for the people that's around you, because I mean that is just like one of my biggest pet peeves. Just make sure that you get all of your documentations, and make sure you have them available for not only for yourself, the people behind you, and the people that's working. They have to stand there and watch you dig through your bags, just so that way they can process you to go on to your cruise. Okay, so y'all just do what you're supposed to do. Jesus Christ, okay? That's like one of my biggest pet peeves. But anyway, I also recommend that you try, if at all possible, for you to get a passport, because it is safer for you to have a passport. And before you go on your cruise. If not, it's all good. You can do it the next time. But just try to have a passport when you get ready to go on your cruise. The next thing is, I'm just going to throw this right on in there. Try to make sure you have some travel insurance, because you don't want to get to the island and something happen and you don't have travel insurance. Your insurance is more than likely it doesn't work in another country. So when you get there, you have to pay in cash. And a lot of times that stuff is so expensive for the littlest thing. They won't even service you if you don't have some type of cash handy, okay? So you don't want to get out there, get on the excursion, and get hurt, or, get sick. And there's like a couple of times when I've been on a cruise and I get sick. I've gotten sick and I had like upper respiratory infection or something like that. Never COVID, but upper respiratory infection, and I had to go down to the little hospital and get some medication, which I just paid for it in cash. But it could have been something serious that happened, and you got to make sure that you have some travel insurance. Now, the cruise line that you go on more than likely has travel insurance, but you can also purchase travel insurance outside of the cruise line. You can purchase your own for whatever needs that you think you'll need covering. Okay, so that is the next thing. Make sure you have your documentation ready, and on top of that, make sure that you try to have your passport, and also make sure that you try to have some type of travel insurance in the event of an emergency. So if you plan ahead, most people plan their cruises a year in advance, or sometimes even longer. If you plan all that ahead, you have more than enough time to make payments on your cruise and pay for all of your excursions, your internet, your dining, and all of this stuff too as well. So just imagine if you pay for your cruise in advance, a year in advance, you've paid off all of this stuff. When you get to the cruise, what do you have left to pay? Nothing. The last cruise I went on, I spent $300 cash when I got on the boat. After my cruise was paid off, okay? I paid I took more than enough money, but I only spent $300. And that was between eating out on the island. And then for some odd reason, my husband decided that he wanted to get the soda package, which was not even worth it to me, because you can only get soda after so many minutes. And then it may have been us, because every time we went to the soda machine to get the sodas, it would cut off. on us. So, and then we would have to wait for so long in order to get more soda. So for this cruise that's coming up, I'm just gonna buy my sodas right out when I need them. But most of the time I drink water. But my husband, Josh, he does drink soda. So, we'll just purchase the sodas. And that may not come out to be much because I got another secret. But really, it's not a secret. But I'm going to bring my own sodas, okay? Now, I can bring my own sodas. Josh can bring his own sodas. My daughter Keita can bring her own sodas. So every single person in your party can bring their own sodas, a 12-pack, okay? So if Josh bring one and Keita bring one and I bring one, we'll all have sodas, okay? And also you can bring a bottle of wine. Each one of y'all can bring a bottle of wine. Make sure it's closed, and y'all don't be trying to fill them up with liquor and other stuff. You make sure it's closed because they are gonna check it. You can bring canned sodas, okay? As of right now, I don't think you can bring water. I can double check that, but I don't think you can. I usually just order my water because there is a place on the website where you can order your waters and little stuff like candies, and you can even order a bottle of liquor. Okay, so you can go in and you can order you a bottle of tequila or something like that to go into your room. Now, if you want to cut down the alcohol package. Now, I don't buy the alcohol package because I don't drink alcohol like that. If I drink something, I'll just drink one a day or something like that. The alcohol package, you have up to 15 drinks that you can drink a day. But the only thing I hate about the alcohol package on Carnival, now I'm not sure about other websites. If I buy a drink package, everybody that's in my cabin have to be covered. Everybody that's of age have to be covered on that drink package. So if it costs $400 for me and I'm the only one to drink and Josh don't drink, I'm going to still have to pay $800 because everybody that's of age in your cabin is going to cover those people. So if it's $400 per person, it's going to be $800 for that cabin. Okay, so I don't. I'm frugal. I'm almost debt free. I got $60,000 more to pay on my house, and I'm debt free. So I'm frugal. Okay, so I don't purchase that, and we'll talk about that later in another video. Well, that's all I have for Josh and Kel's Food, Family, and Fun. Don't forget to like this video and hit that notification bell so that way you'll get a notification each and every time that I post a new video. And don't forget to share it with all your friends. I love you guys, and I'll see y'all on the next one.